The Amazon rainforest, the largest on Earth, is gone. The lungs of our planet, once producing 20% of the world's oxygen, are now nothing but barren wastelands. Millions of species have vanished forever. The global climate has spun out of control, and humanity faces a catastrophe unlike anything we've ever seen. Sounds like a doomsday movie plot, right? But this isn't Hollywood fiction. It's a scientific warning that could very well become reality if the destruction of the Amazon doesn't stop. In today's video, we're diving deep into what would truly happen if the Amazon disappeared. From the collapse of biodiversity and the chaos of our global climate, to the devastating consequences for human life itself. Before we can truly understand the consequences, we need to ask, why is the Amazon so important that its disappearance could throw the entire planet into chaos? The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's the beating heart of our planet. Covering nearly 7 million square kilometers, about half the size of Europe, it produces close to 20% of the world's oxygen and absorbs billions of tons of carbon dioxide every year. Think of it as Earth's giant air purifier. It's also home to an extraordinary web of life. Scientists estimate that about 10% of all species on Earth live here, over 3 million plants and animals, plus more than 2.5 million insect species. And we're still discovering more. In just the past decade, over 2,000 new species have been identified, some of which may hold the secrets to the medicines of the future. But the Amazon isn't only about oxygen and wildlife. Its forests act like a massive water pump, releasing moisture that creates so-called flying rivers in the sky. These invisible rivers bring rainfall across South America and even influence weather as far away as the United States and Africa. And let's not forget the people. More than 30 million people live in and around the Amazon, including about 400 indigenous tribes who rely on it completely for food, shelter, and culture. In short, the Amazon is our lungs, our water cycle, and a priceless genetic library all at once. If we lose it, the foundations of our planet begin to crumble. The climate would spiral into chaos. Without this green lung absorbing billions of tons of CO2 every year, global temperatures would rise faster than ever before. The Amazon also works like a massive water pump, creating invisible flying rivers in the sky. If they vanished, rainfall across South America would collapse, bringing severe droughts, and even disrupting weather as far away as the United States and Europe. At the same time, a biodiversity crisis would erupt. Millions of plants and animals would disappear, taking with them an irreplaceable genetic treasure, potential cures for future diseases and crops essential to global food security. But it doesn't stop there. The Amazon currently stores over 100 billion tons of CO2 in its trees and soil. If that carbon were released through deforestation and wildfires, it would be like detonating a carbon bomb, pushing climate change beyond our control and driving Earth to the edge of environmental collapse. And in the end, humanity would bear the full cost. The loss of priceless natural medicines, declining crop yields as farmland dries out, a looming global food crisis, and the social unrest and conflicts that would inevitably follow. Hurricanes along our coasts would grow stronger, fueled by hotter oceans and a warmer atmosphere. At the grocery store, prices for coffee, chocolate, and even everyday grains could soar as South American supplies dry up. And let's be honest, our health is on the line too. When animals lose their forests, they're forced closer to people, creating more chances for dangerous viruses to jump into humans. The Amazon might be thousands of miles away, but its downfall would reach straight into our homes, our wallets, and the way we live. The reality is, the Amazon has already lost more than 20% of its forest cover in just a few decades, mostly to logging, cattle ranching, and massive soybean farming that feeds the global meat industry. But this number isn't just about trees disappearing. Scientists warn that if deforestation reaches 25 to 30%, the entire ecosystem could hit a tipping point, a stage where it simply can't recover. At that point, the Amazon would lose its ability to produce its own rainfall, slowly transforming into a dry savanna. Billions of tons of carbon locked in the trees and soil would be released into the atmosphere, pushing climate change into overdrive. In other words, we're standing dangerously close to that threshold, and if deforestation keeps tearing down 10,000 square kilometers a year, the Amazon's collapse could become a reality within this century. The picture may look grim, but there's still hope for the Amazon. On the global stage, real efforts are happening. Brazil's Amazon Fund, backed by countries like Norway and Germany, is pumping money into forest protection. International climate funds are investing billions to slow deforestation. And just recently, the European Union passed a bold law banning imports tied to deforestation, putting real economic pressure on those driving destruction. But saving the Amazon isn't just about governments or big organizations, it's also about us. Every choice we make matters. Choosing sustainable products, cutting down on items that fuel deforestation like beef raised on cleared land, or soy used for animal feed. And above all, remember this: the Amazon isn't just South America's forest, it's the planet's lifeline. Its future is our future. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.